loans, but you made sure people spend the money on the purpose and not eat up the money. I think that what you told me, that is very interesting. Maybe you
Okay.
can start from there,
Okay.
and then Vineet will guide you on how we can go ahead. But maybe that could be a starting point.
Fine.
Vineet,
Yeah, no, I am, me and Ghosh were exchanging messages. So, so I think, Ghosh, you start by actually talking about the core model, and then I can actually take you through those 3, 4, 5 questions I had asked you, and then we can open it to the team, to everybody, to the students, and other outsiders to ask questions, which I'll moderate. I know what to avoid, what not to avoid. So I'll moderate that, but I think there were 3, 4 questions, 4, 5 questions that I discussed with you. I'll ask so that people get a full context of your journey, right from your childhood till your youth, which is now. So you still look very young, so we'll keep doing that, and then we'll open it up to everyone.
Okay. I'm fine. एक minute, I'm coming.
yes.
Must be 10 o'clock for you, Sandeep.
No, it is 9.
9, so 1.5 hours.
So, acha, I am quite impressed by the participation. 9 बजे करीब 50 हो गया है, which is impressive. और बताओ क्या खबर?
अच्छा सर, हमारे यहाँ कुछ ना कुछ चलते रहता है. RBI has just issued a circular that are not invested in alternative investment.
This looks like to be the classroom.
Yeah.
ये कहाँ का क्लासरूम था?
अपने यहाँ का ही लगा.
अच्छा. People from all over are there. I see somebody from Jamui. चलो अच्छा नंबर हो गया. As soon as he's back, we'll start.
I don't know, he's back.
Is
Ghosh
that-
is back.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
We can start.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Dada, you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, great. Great. So, good evening to everybody. This is Sandeep Chakravarti, President of the IIFM Alumni Association, welcoming you to the first Friends of IIFM lecture for 2024. The Friends of IIFM lecture was started last year in January. And since then, every month we have had a very eminent personality talking to the alumni on several topics, including environment, development, finance, banking, ESG, etc. We are indeed honored and privileged that for the first talk of 2024, we have a personality, not a person, but a personality in terms of Chandrashekhar Ghosh, whom we all fondly call Dada. His life is a story, inspiring story. We'll hear more from him. We all know about him. He is the man behind the Bandhan story. Bandhan started as a non-governmental organization, as a microfinance company in the development sector, and today it is a bank, it's a mutual fund, and it is into it. It's getting into training, personal development, and many other things, which Ghoshda will explain to us. Dada, as you know, IFM is based in Bhopal. and it has produced more than 2,000 professionals who work in environment, development, banking, government related sector, everything related to our India story in a different way. It's not a normal management institute; it's a sectoral institute, and people come out with management skills as well as other skills, including finance or sustainability or forestry, etc. And the Alumni Association has done last year a series of talks, and we are very happy that you have agreed to deliver the first talk of 2024. We are also privileged and honored that one of our very distinguished alumni, Vineet Rai, who is a leader in terms of impact investing in India, has agreed to moderate this talk. And I believe your path with Ghoshda goes back many years, so you will know him much better than I do. I met Ghoshda about 5, 6 years back over lunch in Bengal Club in Kolkata, and in 1.5 hour over lunch, he told me his story, and I have not forgotten the story. It has stayed with me, and I always get inspired by what Bandhan has achieved. In fact, some people have done research on what Bandhan has achieved and even won the Nobel Prize. So we all know that story even. So without further ado, I hand over to our friend Vineet Rai to take this conversation forward.
Welcome to this Friends of IIFM talk. Probably this is the first one for this year, and really honored and delighted that you have agreed to be here. I think as I was telling you, it will be very inspiring for everybody here to know where do you come from? How did you start? And what was your early age like? Uh, where were your parents from? And then how did you come into microfinance? How did you get introduced to microfinance itself?
Thank you, Binit, and thank you, Sandeep, and thank you to all of you who are given these opportunities to me to share this experience, and thank you for your valuable time. I am not the economist, and I am not also the banker. I worked NGO, and I get the chance to go to interior of the Bengal to give the service to the people, health, education, this like of these things. How we can be like to educate the mother for hygienic food, hygienic water, this type of work. But when I worked on that, I have been learned a lot of things. First, the two learning I have been learned in a big way, which have been helped me to change my idea and everything. The first learning is there that I was in a very one of the remote area and backward districts is named the Purulia. I am educating the mother for health, and I saw that one mother is boiling the rice in front of house, open and the space, and putting some of the tree branch or leaf inside of the unun. And in front of her, the one girl, 2 years old, are playing on the ground, and she's putting the dust to the mouth and again throwing it. So I felt that very good time. I can be like to educate the mother about the hygiene, about the take care of this girl. And when I ask her, can I sit? And she has given a one of the small wooden piri. I seated in front of her, and I have been explained what is the health, what is the hygienic, how she can be safe, her family members. And after a few minutes, I understand about it is she's not the seriously listening me. And then I ask her, the mother, have you listened me? And she said that, yes, I'm listening you. I said, can you share me what you are listened from me? And I'm surprised she talked me more than me. Whatever I talked, she talked more about the hygienic. And I asked her, you know this everything. So why you are not stopped your daughter, who is the putting that the dirty in the mouth and throwing it? And she asked me, can you listen now to me? Yes. So she started to talk on that, and she said, the 3 days, my daughter is crying for fish curry. And every time I have given a false commitment, I'll give to dinner, I gave to the breakfast, I gave to the lunch. But till now, I have not given. When you are talking about hygienic, that time I am thinking that after complete my boil of rice, this my daughter again will cry for the fish curry. And again, how I can be convinced her to not to cry and taken a without curry this rice. I am not listening you. Can you say me which sentence I can be explained to my daughter and she will take rice without the fish or meat? I will be serious about it on that if you give this answer. I had not any answer. I left the place. I thought about it. What actually need of these people? Is it the health service? Is it the education service? Or it is needed for 3 meals in a day and spend some money for the children when they are in something on that. And I felt that it is only possible if this mother can involved in the income generating activities, earn some money, and meet up the need of the fish curry of their daughter. This is my first learning to change the mind. Second learning, when I go to this daily market near to Calcutta, so every day, early morning, one person has come and given a 500 rupees to the fish seller and the vegetable sellers, and upfront collected 5 rupees. And again, person has come in the evening and collected 500 rupees. Then I asked to the person, so why you are paying more than 700% interest to this person? And they reacted, 700? No, I have given that to the 5 rupees only. And I said that the 5 rupees you are given for half a day. If you calculate it on that, it will become to more than 700% interest. And they say to me, who are you come to here? Do you know that any of our country have that any financial institution or bank who can give the 5,000 rupees loan? No bank in our country, no financial institution have in our country who can give the 5,000 rupees, even not in a 500. No, there is no product. Fine. Then say that this person has come to my business place to give the money, collect from this business place. I have not any travel cost. There is no papers. There is no signature. There is no guarantor. There is a note in a waiting period. I'm given the 5 rupees. What is your problem? If you give me the 500, I also give to 5 rupees to you. I felt that this is the way people are doing their business, and they cannot be come out from the poverty if they are not linked with a institutional finance. And then I have been decided and left my job as an NGO, that NGO, and I opened one NGO. And I decided I'll take the money from the bank and given to these people, even the 2% in a month, this person will be like to earn without increase the business 500, more than 500 rupees interest safe and earned for the family. So that is the objective way I have been thought about it. And I formed a NGO and I started the program for microcredit name. And I am decided I will give this money to the women. Because of the 50% of the country population is a women, until they are not come to the income, so family income increase will be very tough. And second point on that, when they are earning earn their own self, and they will be like to give a fish curry to the daughter. They will not use this money for alcohol. They will use this money for the betterment of the children education, health, food, even the asset creation of the family, which I saw now. So I feel that, and then I started, which was in 2001. And when it has come to this, the getting the fund in banking from the bank is very tough. I have to get that the 18 months time to convince to the one of the development institution to give some fund to me to give them. There is a first, every bank answer, they will not return back the money. They will eat and no people will get back, and you will also not get back to us. This is everyone, this is the same point have been taught to me. And after the 18 months, when I got the fund, during these 18 months, I have been developed from my own some money to start it and show the model in front of the eyes of the bank. You see that these people are returning back in a better. And when the 2 lakh rupees is finished, and I am not able to convince it to the bankers and to get the fund, during that time, within that 18 months, I taken a loan from moneylenders, 7.5% per month interest, and running this organization in the beginning. And it's helped us to make a model how we can be like to prove it in the eyes of the bank is the best model. We went to the village, we set up a branch, and every day we are going to the village to form a group for 20 to 25 women, and what work they are, what types of income generating they are doing, or what types of income generating they can like to do, and we have given the money. I started that time 1,000 to 2,000 per borrower. We are given a loan for a 1 year, and every week our staff is going there to form that group meeting and educate them how they are utilize the money and how they are returning back the money. And every week they are given the installment. After 1 year, when the loan close, and again we are given the loan to them. So this is a model of microcredit. So one branch, 5 credit officers, 1 branch manager, and 2,500 to 3,000 borrowers in a branch. Very standardized way we are making on that. This is the one side on that. 2005-6, when we are, or 2002-3, we got the funding on that, and 2 years have been very good way running, and bank are very also happy, and different bank also coming to funding me. And I have been thinking about it. Why not? I can be scale. I believed on that. Small is beautiful, but big is necessary. Country is a big, 140 crores population, 70 crores women. 50% of these women, which is called the 35 crores, are eligible to take this fund and start there and running their enterprise. So if I not scale it, so there is no impact will come to the society. If it is not impact will come, then there is no value for the country. So for that reason, I have been started to scaling up, and bank said me, I cannot give the more funding to NGO until you are not come as a formal financial institution called in NBFC. Then 2006, 5-6, I acquired NBFC. 2008-9, I have been totally converted this the microcredit to the NBFC, and society running as a different development program, which I mentioned to the Chandrashekhar. I'll be later mentioned on that the society what doing now. 2009, 8, 9, whatever we have been transferred as a microcredit to NBFC, but suddenly 2010 we have been found on that there is a very renowned the crisis has come to the country of microcredit, which has happened in Andhra Pradesh. That is, government have been stopped to lend and collect from the Andhra Pradesh microcredit industry. And whatever happened on that time, I find out on that what is the basic cause why government is not satisfied. There is only one bigger cause is there. That is, say that the interest rate is high. So it is comparatively to the other bank customers, of course, interest rate is high, but compared to the money lender, it is low. But how I calculate on that? I saw that there is in last every 2 to 3 years from the beginning, I have been analyze my balance sheet. Accordingly, I reduce the interest rate to the customer. And when I see that why not further I can reduce, I calculate on that. My balance sheet shows that 2/3 of the lending cost I pay to the bank to borrow money. 1/3 of the cost others, HR and administrative. And this 1/3 cost, 2/3 is going to HR cost, which I cannot reduce. Bank borrowing cost I cannot reduce. Only administrative cost, which is a very small percentage of the total, but 1/3 of my operational cost, other than finance cost. And I find out on that, this is the 1%. My everything is a standardized, one office, one table, all staff seated in a one table, 9 plastic chairs, one tube light, one fan, one wooden rack. Very simple way we are running it. No accountant, no peon, no calling bell. And my staff are using bicycle. So I feel that I cannot reduce the lending cost until I am not reduce the cost of fund. And cost of fund I am dependent on bank. So only possible if I can take the deposit from the public, that can be helped me to reduce my cost of fund, and I can reduce the lending rate. And 2010, I have been thought about it. And that time you all can be recall on that, the parliament have been declared new bank license will be given. And I have been decided I'll prepare myself and I'll submit the application. And that is the objective. 2013, I prepared the application and submitted. And 2014, we in principle received the license. And 2015, 23rd August, we opened the bank with a 501 branch in a one day and 50 ATMs. So this is the bank we started, and we are immediately after the 2015 to 2016. The 16 we face a demand, 17 we face GST, and then again 2018 we are coming as a listing of the bank, and 2020-21 have been started as a pandemic. After that also bank have been grown now more than 2 lakh crores the business, more than 1,12,000 crores is a deposit, and 1,07,000 crores is a credit. And 2019 we acquired one of the housing loan company from HDFC called the Gruho Finance. That is also we have been taken on that. So we see that the people, whatever the 2015 before the opening the bank has the zero deposit. Within 8.5 years, 1,12,000. And before this, the bank, our advances was 9,500. It has come to 1,07,000. So this is the growth has come because of the people have the demand, and people accepted us and believed us and trusted us and deposited their money to us. Not only that, we are seeing that what is the change has come to the people. And very recently, one of the program in our staff in a 31st of December and January 6th, they organize one program for their own and funded by the bank. And I am invited. And finally, they say that, sir, one of the singer they invited came from Mumbai, Idol. And she will be like to singing. And she sang the two sing. After that, she's sharing her experience. She said that I'm very happy and feel proud to singing in this platform, which is more my heart. And my mother is a borrower of the Bandhan Bank last 12 years. And she running a small garment store with our money and invested to this daughter. And daughter has come to this position. And her mother has come to meet me in that day. And she explained about it on that. And she said that till now I am the borrower of Bandhan. And what given me to the Bandhan is very different. So I like to share in here, Bandhan is doing banking, given the banking service to the people, but change the life of the people is differently we are doing, which the people are that Purulia, that mother are now given a very best food their children. I have the confidence on that. They are changed the life of the women. They are changed the life of the family. They are changed the life of the society. And we have now the 3 crore 20 lakhs customer. And out of that, the 2 crores customer are women. And they have everyone have the savings account. They deposit their money. They taken a loan. They repaying good. They have the insurance. They are also using their mobile to send the money to others. So this is the way the bank are doing, which Bandhan have been born 24 years before. I hope that this is need for the India to alleviate the poverty and create the job. I like to before the close on this is the point. We have now 74,000 employees. We created the job within the couple of years. All are these 75,000 staff are in our payroll. If I say that there is my customer, microcredit, 2 crores customer, each one average create one new employment. Whatever the garments are running by one of the women, and she also taken one staff to help her. And in this way, many of the customer I met, 5, 10, 20 of the people, they are employed. So if we just say that the single one of the new employment generated these women, so along with herself, so there is 4 crores employment they can generate. And I hope that single one new employment generated means the 2 crore employment generated by the women who has the less than 8 pass. They have not in MBA course, but they are developed in a very good enterprises on that. And that is the helping the country to change the economy and the developed come out from the poverty. And of course, it has been health and education investment has come to the family earning as coming good. Thank you to all of you to given these opportunities to talk.
Very nice, Goshdada. I think to everybody, just look at the mind-boggling growth rate. I think I met Goshdada when probably you were below 1,000 crores. I think probably 500, 600 crores when we met. So I've seen the journey. Yeah, I think 2006, 7 when you were talking to Sidby. And then to actually see an institution being built from 500 crores to roughly a balance sheet size of. I can hear my voice, so I don't know if somebody's actually kept their be on mute in case you can be. But I think here is a gentleman who has actually created something from nothing. The scale and size, which is boggles your mind. At one point of time, I think Bandhan was the 5th largest bank. I don't know whether it is 5th or 6th, but the size and scale, the jobs, the number of people impacted, and more interestingly, as Goshdada explained, 2 crore people who are taking their loans are all creating 2 crore more jobs. So a multiple of 2 on every loan in terms of creating the job employment. There is nothing more striking you would see in any other business than what you have seen. So Goshdada, I think I would open the questions. I would let people actually speak their mind and share, ask what they want to know. But my personal question to you is, when you actually joined that NGO, and you thought about this child and the fish that she was trying to see, and then today you have come this far. Uh, where has been the biggest excitement? I understand you will always be excited by what happened on the ground, but was it the bank license which was actually the biggest excitement because that would have given you the impetus to build the scale? Was it your first equity raise from the NBFC? Or is it actually the IPO, the valuation becoming, reaching a valuation of 1 lakh crore? And there are many things that you can talk about. But which one was the most exciting amongst all these developments?
So if you see that whatever the point all you mentioned, so those points will not come to my life if I not decided to left the NGO job and start a enterprise under NGO. And that have been given the background from this, the Purulia mother, and also that the Shobha daily market. These are the two facts has opened the eye. What is the actually need for people? How I can be like to help them. So when I learned about it and started, it's not very easy. From day one to today, every steps is a very hard. And every time I feel that maybe now I have been failed, I can be stopped. But it has not happened.
Yojada, I actually came to your office long time back, and one of the most striking thing on his table was it was an absolutely spick and span, clean table, a very small table, and he was not a small entrepreneur by that time. And I asked him this question, as he seemed to be a very efficient person. And some of you probably would have picked up when he was talking about that the efficiency level of Bandar on the operation side was so high that Ghosh himself believed that he cannot squeeze any further. And that's where the whole idea of the bank came forward. I think, yeah, where is it? How does your brain works? I mean, I know for a fact that you are one of the most efficient entrepreneurs I have come across in my life. Nobody in microfinance has met the efficiency level that you have. But this efficiency level does not apply to your business, it applies to your life. You live a very simple life and a very efficient life. Can you share some insights about how you have perfected this art?
I say that how I has come from my family background. My father was a small sweet shop. So that it is in I worked with him, and that is in one learning for me on that. Second learning is coming on that. If I make a bigger table, I can do it. It's not very big cost. But the point is that I also, if you recall on that, I used a wooden chair and without the foam on that. First point on that, I keep in mind two things. First thing is there, I am working for whom? How I can be like to give a low cost funding to this group of people. So if I like to do it, then I have need to reduce my operational cost. And if I reduce my operational cost, first I can be reduce the head cost. Head cost means in my head office cost. When my head office is a small and field are big, efficiency automatically is coming higher. So that when my office is a small and the table is a small and wooden, automatically who are coming my senior level to me, he understand about myself and how I like it. And that is also impacted to their mind. They also looking in that line. So that if you recall on that, Vinay, in the time of my microfinance, other my microfinance colleagues, my cost of operation, half of their cost of operation.
I remember.
So that it is a mindset. Another mindset is there. If anyone started is a cost-effective model, it is very tough for him to increase the cost. But if anyone started with a high cost model, it is very tough for him to reduce the cost. So that I am started with my plastic chair. And now as a bank, I have given a cushion chair. But if I start with a cushion chair, now I have been given to saloon chair. That means a revolving chair. So this is a way I am thought about it on that to how I can be like to minimize the cost and given a best service to the people.
If IIFM director is listening to it, one of the ways to make IIFM entrepreneurial is actually to remove all the soft chairs. But I think Mayank would like to ask a question. Mayank, why don't you go ahead and ask the question?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir. I have two questions, sir. Given this impact financing is so close to your heart, and recently we have seen that the regulator is quite active and hyperactive rather, and we have been all the banks been creating provision after provision on their AIF investments or some time ago on the unsecured loans as well. So given this scenario, sir, so how do you see, sir, in this segment, what are the challenges and what are the ways to ensure the credit qualities remains healthy, the net interest margin is taken care of, and while at the same time regulation is also taken care of. And so the second part of question is that since you are here, so we cannot like stop asking you how, as a banker, sir, how do you see in near term and short term the how the interest rate cycle will play out? It's going to increase or decrease?
Okay. Thank you. Very critical question for me because I have been given my disclaimer. I am not in a banker and I am not also economist in that line. But I given from my experience on that. No, the beginning I also faced the same problem from the mind of the bank that the people will not repay. And we proved it. Actually, they are paid better than any of the corporate. This is the one part. Second point on that, the why they are paying. So if you see that this credit is an unsecured credit, but then also have the security. One point on that, there is a 20 women are sitting together and it is called as a joint liability group. And everyone have taken the responsibilities to each other. Because any day in the time of month, any of the family can be face the problem to pay the 1,000 rupees. If she may be have the 500 rupees. Other 19 women, any of one or two can be like to share on that. Okay, fine. I have like to help to you today. You will be give me this the tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Fine, have been done. Why they pay? Because they feel that maybe once upon a day, I also have a need. So this mutual help, they are make it on that. And when this mutual help, and that have been helped us to, that is a better way the security and secured. And so that their repayment rate is better. So this is the way it is working as a joint liability group. And next part on that, women are better repaid compared to men. Women are not use the money for alcohol and gambling. They are real earning money and real they are deposit if the husband is not disturbed. When the husband disturbed, they are disturbed. Many times I saw that the women taken a loan today, tomorrow she has come return back the full money. I said, what happened? Well, sir, whole night my husband beaten me and tried to snatching the money. And I felt about it. If she taken, money will be not returned back to you. I am coming to return back the money. This is our country. This is our poor people and women character. So that we should be like to look how we can build up their discipline, and this habit will be continue to invest in income generating activities. When they are not invest in income generating activities, anyhow they missed, that is a problem. Otherwise, this money is a very good for investment or funding on that.
Are there any projections on the interest rate cycles? Do you think it is on the peak, or do you think it will still go up or down? I know the governor has actually been quite resilient in not giving any indication.
No, if you say that the governor is not given the indication, how I am a MD can give the indication. This is not good. No. But whatever you see that beneath the always the rate is depend link with this inflation. So inflation is more of I like to see that there is in control, though it is an increase a little bit, is a seasonality on that. So for that reason, I feel that it will be not very much that time to do it.
Yeah, I think a way to respond to you, Mayank, is to very simply say that we are pretty much at the peak of the rate cycle. And I think with inflation softening, we expect, not immediately, but over a period of time, once the governor feels very comfortable with the inflation, you will see a downward cycle from here. That's probably what Ghosh is saying. I'm only reading behind the lines. But Sandeep, you wanted to ask a question.
Yeah, Dada, very inspiring story, and the journey from NGO to a microfinance company to a bank. Now, if I got your story correct, do you mean to say that Bandhan Bank, as a bank, as a national bank, do you prefer giving loans only to women? And secondly, do you only prefer giving loans to small businesses and micro enterprises? Or do you not have a large corporate portfolio? Or what is, do you have any preferences in loaning? Because, for instance, other banks like SBI or Bank of India, etc., would prefer giving money to corporates with collateral and secured loans. So, do you think, or are you saying that Bandhan is a different kind of a bank? It has not forgotten or given up on its microfinance DNA. Is that the message you are giving?
No, thank you. This question is a very important. What do we see that there is in two part of the bank. One part is in deposit, another part is in credit. And when I started the bank at that time, I have been segregated these two things is differently. We are open the branch 500 in the first day. Now is a 1,650. And these the branches are serving to this the affluent customer for taking the deposit from them. And I have been lending to the microcredit level of the customers. So that is microcredit level of the customer, they have not enough deposit. As of today, also from beginning and today, the total out of my deposit, only 5% contributed by 2 crores customer who are microcredit. So I have the deposit is an affluent level of the customers, high net worth customers.
Mhm.
So if I not offer the credit to them, why they will be like to deposit the money in our bank? This is a basic learning has come after the 3 years of the bank. Then we are gradually started on that. So then if you see that the microcredit as of today, 33% of the group loan who are grouped to individual graduate. And that is also coming to this, the 16 to 17%. And again, another product we have been developed in a better than that group, 3 lakhs to 10 lakhs. That is also the focus on that. And this is the way we are moving on that. Maybe one of the customer started with a microcredit, but there are couple of customer has come. There is a loan is a 1 lakh to 5 lakhs because their enterprise is bigger coming on that. They developed on that. This is the one. And also side by side, new customer we are also taking who have the deposit on our bank. And we are also started as a affordable housing, which you know that the group of housing is a affordable housing. We have need to provide the house because this is the customer where income increase. They have need in a own shelter and they have need in a 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs rupees for build up their house. Or they are going to give a marriage to their son and there is a need of the extension of the one room or sanitary electric. So we are provided that housing loan also. So now we are also, some customer has come to my bank branch who have the deposit with me and a good transaction happening. And he asking the 1 crore housing loan. I cannot deny. Then I started in that loan also. And of course, there is also some MSME customers we are also funding on that. So all together, if I say that my individual and the group loan together, it is in 50%. And the 25% my housing loan. And rest of 20% is in personal loan, gold loan, two-wheeler loan, four-wheeler, all product we have. MSME, NBFC together on that 25%. And this way we are also diversified, which bank can be like to carry the minimum risk. So that is the way we are doing. But till now we are focusing on that, how we can reach to the more customer who are women and will be like to small ticket size.
If I have to paraphrase what Gurdara is saying, and Kalol, this probably also answers your question on change of perception, but he's basically broken the bank down from affluent who were giving deposits and poor who were receiving it. But then as the scale started setting in and the risks of bank, as you know, banking is a heavily regulated sector, RBI was uncomfortable. Remember that Ghosh is running a universal bank. It's not a small finance bank. To those who are actually new to banking, you have to just understand that a universal bank only has 40% priority sector lending, of which only 28% has to be with very poor or with direct agree. So there was actually no need for Ghosh to actually run a very large microfinance bank. But he has, for a very long period of time, retained a very large microfinance portfolio. Over a period of time, he has brought it, pure microfinance group loan has come down to 33%. Those who have graduated from the loan are roughly around 17 to 20%, another 25% in affordable housing, and the remaining 20% is actually all what you call, probably will get into what every other bank does. So even today, Bandhan Bank at 1,07,000 crore of assets continues to have 75 to 80% of its portfolio in its core client base. And to me, this is actually one of the most astonishing achievement for the size and scale that Bandhan Bank has achieved. And therefore, a lot of people actually consider Ghosh Dada as one of those rare visionaries who was able to articulate the need of the poor to the owners of money and created this arbitrage, which essentially reflects in the value that Bandhan Bank has created. But Ghosh Dada, before anybody else asks the question, I have one more question. As we look forward to 2030, 2035, and as you, all of us age with time, how do you see succession planning and where do you see Bandhan going from here? From where you are, both the bank and the group. I'm actually also trying to bring in the big group, the Bandhan group.
No, if you see that there is an also plan. I always maintain on that way from beginning. All the senior team members, and there is an every of senior team members. There is a next and next to next. Two people we are developed, and we are continuously doing on that. And if you see that the time in the last year, we are decided on that the two executive director will be like to set up in the bank. One for total business, another one for non-business. And one already joined, nearly 1 year he is working non-business. And business, we are got the approval from the RBI, and he will be soon will be join on that. So this is the way we are thinking in a future, the growth, how it can be like to manage efficiently without jerking and to scale it on that.
Beautiful. I think I know it is time now for winding up, but if anybody has any specific question to Ghosh Dada, otherwise I would really like to congratulate you on behalf of Indian Institute of Forest Management, the Alumni Association, our president Sandeep Chakravarti, and all the students. I think we have probably one of the largest number of students who joined to hear you, Ghosh Dada. So you are a celebrity, at least as far as the development sector is concerned. I know there are many places you have been invited to cut ribbons. Someday we'll invite you to IIFM. Hopefully, if our director is listening.
Vinit, I like to one point to mention in here. Many people may be like to thinking about it. I am now coming from NGO background and coming as a professional financial institution. I say that the not totally these things. We have the NGO, and that NGO till now working as a charitable job. I given the 1-2 program to all of you. One program I started 2006. Those are not able to reach to the microcredit, how we can be help them to build up a entrepreneur, and they will become to microcredit future. And that a program started 2006, 2 years program per family, selected family by the villagers, given a training confidence building, given how they will be like to select of their enterprise, they select it. We given a free asset to run that enterprise. We given a 3 months consumption stipend not to touch any income of his business or her business. And we are given total mentoring support, hand-holding support by our staff. Every 50 families, one staff. And after 2 years, we are exit. And this is the program is a renowned novelist, is in Professor Abhijit Binayak Banerjee working with us from 2006 as a randomization test he has been done till now is working. And we are reached to the 150,000 families across the country. And per family cost is in 40,000 rupees, totally free. And we are very feel proud of this, the family, how they change their life and they are build up an entrepreneur. We are running a 4,000 school and 1,75,000 children study. And they are study from pre-primary to class 3, and class 4, we are giving them to the government school. And these the children, dropout rate earlier was very high. So we like to reduce the dropout rate and develop them. And when they go to the government school, we are tracked them and seen that the top 10 student has gone from our school. And this is the teacher. We are recruited as a para-professional from the village, which is the very simple mother of a household. We given a training to her, and continuously we are refreshers and monitoring her, and they are doing it on that. We have the 20 vocational training center. We are given a very different types of vocational training to the young children, and given to this the others. Different of the job to the different institution, and also we are funding sometimes to them to start the enterprise. We have that also. Forestation we have been started 2 years before, and we are planted 10 lakhs tree to the country. Some area in the roadside, some area of the we taken from the school. There is a playing field and a surrounding on that. And mangrove we have given to this the Bakura, and we are also planted to the dragon fort to the Calcutta city, one of the land given by government. So we are trying to job the development activities. How the people also will be like to attract on that. And we have the health program. 4,000 villages we are developed in a health entrepreneur. They are conducted health awareness in the health forum every month in that village with the mothers. And every of the issue, we are in a flip chart, they are teaches them, and they also given a primary treatment to the mothers. So these are many of these, the program we are running by our CSR program, and also other organization also supported us, and government supported us, foreign donors supported us, and that NGO is running independently to their job. Just I would like to give that.
Amazing story. And the scale on the not-for-profit side is as mind-boggling as the scale is on the for-profit side.
Yeah.
I think there's a gentleman called Vijay who raised his hand. If he's still on, and if you have the last question, I'll give the last question to you, Vijay.
Yeah, thank you, Vineet. Mr. Ghosh, with the scale of operation you still maintain in the side of microfinance requirement of the customer, technology plays a very important role in today's banking industry. Are there any innovations that you have, considering more than 20 years of working in microfinance, innovations that you have adopted that have reduced the cost of delivery? And if so, if you can share some cost previously and now that you have achieved. Thank you.
No, thank you, Vijay. It is very important on that. What a change has come. The beginning, our staff has gone to the field and collect the money and put it the entry in the register. Today they are carrying the tab, and all things in the inside of the tab, only they are put it the name, number of the customer, account number, and or biometric. Automatically name has come, they put it the installment in there and collect the money, and real time basis is heated to the CBS. So this is the development happened on that. When any customer has come on that, the 5,000 rupees is her installment, and she has given the 5,200. Automatically 5,200 received, 5,000 go to the installment, 200 going to the savings account. In this way, they are also using the savings account as a capital formation. Second point on that, the earlier, even in the last year, this year, up to the September or some month of the October, because October we are transformed as a new IT system from FIS to Oracle, which is FlexCube. And we are developing a new application for microcredit, which is that the tab also helped us paperless disbursement. No paper is required for loan application. Customer account number has given to this the tab or biometric. Automatically every figures will become open, and the loan application, if it is need to next to loan, and a form will come, fill up on that by the staff, and automatically it will be uploaded to the system, and system will be sanctioned, and loan will be go to the account of the customer. So this is the way we are making on that. So of course it is a help to us to efficiency increase, cost reduce, and it was also better for the customer point of view and our point of view better. But of course, when the bank has come, the other cost has increased. And that cost was not in a NBFC. So that compliance cost has increased. And so all together, it is more or less is in reducing here and increase in other way. But comfort is there, the no papers is like to keep in a store, and this, that is the better way happening on that.
Thank you so much. Let me hand it over to Sandeep Chakravarti for his closing remarks. Really grateful, Gurjadar, for the time that you have patiently given to us. It is an inspiring story. There are lots of comments about how inspiring people found your story. And I hope some of them will actually take away what it makes to become an entrepreneur from your story. The first step is difficult, and then every step you feel you are being challenged. But if you continue on the path, you can deliver scale that is beyond anybody's belief and imagination. Over to you, Sandeep.
Thank you.
Before the Sandeep, on that one point I'm missing from the Vijay, which is that Vinit has been also talked. Vijay isn't microcredit. I till now believed on that there is a need on that high touch. And high tech can be support, but cannot replace the high touch. Because this customer has not in a lot of documents. When we are conducted the group meeting, we understand their pulse, understand their need, and accordingly we are assess their credit capacity. So this is also very important for the group meeting. If they are not coming to the group meeting, then joint liabilities is not happen. Though they can be paid by QR code and also from the UPI, but if it is more on that, their attendance in the group meeting will be reduced. If attendance reduced, the future credit assessment will be like too risky. So this is my learning from this. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you.
No, thank you. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ghoshda, for this very inspiring and very interesting talk that you have given. I think we have exceeded our time because you were telling us things that is music to our ears. I have a few takeaways. I will just summarize in 1 minute. I liked your saying or what you said that small is beautiful but big is necessary, and I think Bandhan in every way is become very big, and everything, your microfinance lending, your bank, and your NGO non-profit, everything is of scale. I think that is very inspiring, and many of us will have that as your takeaway. The other thing that you mentioned was about women, and I think you made a very valid point that women are more reliable to be lended, and they don't default that much. And you also said that men and the husband disturb. I think many of us will agree with that. That if men don't disturb, we can lead the country in a much better way. We all also, I think, come out of this discussion with the impression that Bandhan Bank is a different kind of a bank. It is not the normal bank that many of us do banking with, and I think that may inspire many of us to even open accounts with Bandhan Bank, knowing that our money will go to the poor. I think that is a very reassuring takeaway that I have from today's discussion. Thank you very much for agreeing to speak to us, and we all come out of this talk very, very inspired and motivated, and learning the Bandhan story, I think, has been good for all of us. Thank you for all that you're doing for our country. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you, Sandeep Chakraborty. You are given the opportunities to me introduced in a big audience, and all our people are